Is it too early to discuss 2016? The broadcast begins in 10 seconds. WDBC Internet Television is on. I am an avatar for Michael P. Borgia. The broadcast, originating from deep behind enemy lines, is brought to you by dailyborg.com. Conservative politics for the thoughtful. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. While the dust is still settling from the election of 2012, already speculation has begun about 2016, with one possible contender even heading for Iowa to begin gauging popular support. 4 years out, we'll give early handicaps on the field when the broadcast continues in a moment.
Patty, I boldly went to socialsecurity.gov, and it's out of this world.
Socialsecurity.gov is a website for everybody.
Even teenagers?
Absolutely. Young people can help their grandparents with retiring online or getting extra help with their Medicare prescription drug costs.
So really, everyone of all ages should go to socialsecurity.gov.
Boldly go.
My uncle called, speech all slurred, complaining his arms numb. He called everyone. He even called my daughter Tiara because she's got a year of nursing. Everyone thinks he needs to go to the doctor, including me. So he said, well, will you take me? I'm like, I'm on the road. He goes, I'll wait. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love have symptoms of stroke, don't wait. It may be too late. Dial 911.
It has barely been 2 weeks since Americans cast their ballots in the election of 2012. But already we are beginning to see stirrings in the race for 2016 as the race to succeed Barack Obama begins. With a happy Thanksgiving to Kristen Jones, she now joins us with an early look at the field.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Michael. Let's start with the Democrats. What's shocking here is just how limited the Democratic field actually is going into 2016. Most of our recent presidents have come from the ranks of governors. Democrats only hold 19 governors' mansions going into this cycle, and very few of them are viewed as presidential caliber. Perhaps the most likely among them is New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. He's expected to cruise to an easy re-election in 2014. Popular, articulate and handsome, a run for the White House seems a natural for Cuomo, who would be 59 in 2016.
Other Democratic governors seem to be a long shot. On the Delmarva Peninsula, both Governor Martin O'Malley of Maryland and Governor Jack Markle of Delaware are believed to have national aspirations. Neither has been wildly successful in office, however, and have won their respective re-elections because their states are so blood-red in nature. It's unlikely their brands of economic liberalism will play well in the nation as a whole. California Governor Jerry Brown has run before and failed. His state is a basket case, and at age 78 in 2016, he is likely way too old. No other Democratic governor appears to have the resume to make a serious run.
Though Democrats in the United States Senate have the numbers, they seem to lack the intellectual heft, and few seem to have the required national aspirations. That leaves us with Vice President Joe Biden, who will be 74 in 2016. Few see Biden as the kind of man they can support for president. He's tried twice and in both cases was eliminated from the field very early. This time, he has the gravitas that goes with being vice president. That, along with an empty field, seems to give Joe Biden the pole position in the race for the 2016 Democratic nomination.
Going into the next cycle, Republicans on the other hand have an almost embarrassment of riches. It starts with their motherlode of governors. Republicans will hold 30 of the mansions in January, and many of them are considered presidential timber. One who got a lot of buzz in 2012 was New Jersey's Governor Chris Christie. Christie ultimately chose to stay out of the race and focus on New Jersey's problems. But before much buzz can build around the New Jersey governor, he will have to face a tough fight for re-election in 2013. If he loses that race, any aspirations Christie might have towards being president will be dashed.
Many of the Republicans elected to governor's offices, many in reaction to Obama's 2008 victory, will be well-experienced second-termers by 2016. Foremost among them is Louisiana's Governor Bobby Jindal. His resume is among the most polished of any chief executive in the nation, having dealt with hurricanes, oil spills and having reformed the nation's most corrupt state government. Jindal's upside is enormous. He has no downside except perhaps to be a bit too wonkish in his speaking style at times. Jindal will only be 45 in 2016, which means if he finds 2016 not to his advantage, there will be other years for him.
Other Republican governors who will get some attention going into 2016 include Virginia's Bob McDonnell, Wisconsin's Scott Walker, Ohio's John Kasich, Oklahoma's Mary Fallin, and New Mexico's Susana Martinez. McDonnell is limited to a single term, so he does not have to worry about being defeated. Martinez, Walker, and Kasich will all face brutal fights for re-election in 2014. That leaves Fallin, a hardcore conservative woman who is working feverishly to reform state government and eliminate her state's income tax. She should win overwhelming re-election in 2014, then the speculation will be on.
But the man who is getting the most attention, the one who most excites Republicans and evokes fear in Democrats, is the wildly popular Florida Senator Marco Rubio. The son of Cuban immigrants, Rubio was a favorite choice of many for vice president this year. He's already made a visit to Iowa, ostensibly to speak at a birthday dinner for Governor Terry Branstad. He's been a leading voice in the party on immigration reform, and it is a virtual certainty that any immigration bill will have to gain Rubio's approval before it can pass the Senate. Rubio has also been a leading voice on a number of other issues, and look for his profile to gain more exposure as the months go on. At this early point, one would have to think that the Republican nomination could be Marco Rubio's for the asking in 2016.
Thanks, Kristen. So what will you give thanks for this year? We'll have some closing thoughts when the broadcast continues in a moment.
When you drive for a living, you buckle up every time, whether you drive one of these or one of these. Truckers know what I'm talking about, because no matter how good a driver you are, trouble can still happen. That's when you want to keep your safety belt on to keep you steady, behind the wheel, in control, and looking out for everybody. Safety is a professional driver's responsibility. Remember, you're the one who drives for a living.
A message from the U.S. Department of Transportation.
I didn't see you come in.
Yeah, most people don't.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Depression, and I've come for you.
I'm not depressed.
Oh, you're not? What about schizophrenia?
No.
Anxiety disorders?
Uh-uh.
Eating or mood disorders?
No and no.
Oh, my mistake. It's next Tuesday that you lose your job and your boyfriend leaves you.
Even in these troubled times, there's a lot to be thankful for. I give thanks for my son and his good health. I give thanks for my own restored health. For new friends at Taekwondo. I give thanks for Fox News Channel, so that the harsh light of truth will continue to shine on a failed presidency. I give thanks to work for a strong and stable company that will likely survive the troubled waters ahead. And I give thanks for the 22nd Amendment, which assures that Barack Hussein Obama will be removed from office. The Constitution means little to Mr. Obama, but this is one provision of it he cannot circumvent. I can but only hope that the America we all love is still intact to give thanks for in 4 years. You have been assimilated,